hey, nice to see you here. What's someone like you doing in a place like this? You come here often? So yeah, the title says it all. Apparently People's Magazines put out a list with the 15, for some reason, sexiest F1 drivers, and I saw this video about it and literally said, I could do that. So here we are. Kudos to this man. He was very sweet. I don't want to spoil his video, but he was very, very nice, very, very kind, very mindful, very demure. We're gonna be a little bit more chaotic. Still very nice and kind though. However, something I missed on his video is he did not go through the people's list, and I was so curious. So we are gonna do that actually to begin with today. Let me open it on my PC. I have actually not seen it yet. I was waiting to record it, so woo, exciting. Number 1, Lewis Hamilton. Okay. Charles Leclerc, George Russell, Fernando Alonso. Whoa! Max Verstappen, Pierre Gasly. Is that how you pronounce it? Daniel Ricciardo. Okay. Nico Hulkenberg, Carlos Sainz. I cannot believe they took way too long to mention Carlos, but surely. Lando Norris. Okay. Yuki Tsunoda. Sergio Perez. Nice pick. Kevin Magnussen. That's not a good picture of Kevin. Logan Sargeant. And Valterri Bottas. Okay. I knew because of the previous video that I mentioned that a bunch of the guys weren't included. The dude thought probably to spare their feelings. I think that's kind of dumb. I find it shocking, the people that were left out. Like, what? So we are gonna solve it tonight. Yippee! So I decided to make a tire list. And when I say a tire list, I mean a tire list. So this is how my system goes. Initially, I thought, if we're talking about sexiness, it's about the style, obviously, and about the charisma. So the way I wanted to evaluate it initially was wets for people with style and charisma, hards for people with charisma, mediums people with style, and softs for everyone else. However, very, very fast I realized that I am extremely biased, and therefore I couldn't do it. I was being very unserious about it, and I mean, it is an unserious topic, but still. So I thought, wouldn't it be so much fun to ask my friends? So my friends do not watch F1, most of them. I thought that would be interesting in terms of unbiased opinions. So I basically created each driver a pseudo Tinder profile with like 5 to 6 pictures of them, trying to give them the best possible shot. Initially, I was also fighting for my life, trying to find pictures of them not wearing F1 clothes or sports clothes in general. So it is what it is. I did my best. This was actually the most fun I've had in such a long time. I was literally crying receiving the messages. So stay tuned, come have fun. As I was investigating this case, I kept feeling like pajama party vibes, and I am bringing that energy to today's video. So let the party start. Welcome to our slumber party. Before we even get started, let's put a disclaimer here. We are not a beauty pageant. We are not ranking good looks. We are ranking sexiness, and sexiness is very subjective. So whatever tickles your pickle, that's fine. That's between you and God. Anyway, it's safe to say that they are all good-looking fellas. This is just for the shits and giggles, so do not take this too seriously, please. We're gonna keep it lighthearted. But enough of all of this, let's get started right now. The way we're gonna do this is that I am just gonna read the highlights of what the people were saying. I'm not gonna be sharing the specific rankings. We got the PC ready for the study subjects comments, and we're ready to go. We're starting with Logan Sargeant. Logan was kind of an easy one because every single person said the exact same thing, which was that he's obviously gorgeous and that they can see all the fangirls being all over him. However, no one actually was feeling that pull, so make it make sense. Overall, the vibe was a little plain, a little unsalted. Some of the comments that we have include that he's not serving cunt. And go girl, give us nothing. On the other hand, we have people that straight up think he looks like a criminal. Someone even said, and I quote, "He looks like he might put something on my drink." And that was my husband, who's a straight man. Someone said he definitely voted for Trump, which, I don't know. I did add a little picture of him holding the fish. I am so sorry. That definitely made him lose points with the people, but I could not resist the urge to create this like little fake Tinder profile. Like, and he took that picture, so he would include that picture in his Raya profile. Let's be so for real. My favorite comment is this one that says, he definitely starts at the pit lane, and he can make his way up, but I do not see him finishing with points. Anyway, verdict of the court is he is going on softs. Moving on to Checo, this actually did cause a little bit of a stir. First of all, I may have found the best Sergio Perez picture ever, because everyone was kicking their feet and giggling. Some of the comments about this picture were that young Checo looks like a 90s heartthrob. Interesting. Someone even said he looks like he has dominant energy. And they also said nice ass, which I didn't really specify that it's edited, but I assumed everyone would cut up. On the other hand, some people said that he's giving puppy vibes, like the good heart of gold guy that everyone wants to be friends with, and that when he smiles, he's really charismatic. And some other people thought that he's just a dude. They don't know if he would, catch their attention if they saw him on the street, and that is also valid. So overall, a lot of love for Checo. A lot of the excitement around Checo was about his younger self pictures. Potentially, if we were talking about younger 90s heartthrob Checo, he could go on hearts even. But we are going to put him on softs because this is my video. Moving on, we're going to Zhou Guangyu. Everyone was loving the pics, everyone was loving the outfits. Basically, good style, good confidence, loving the pictures. Some even said that he kind of looks like Tao from EXO, which I can kind of see it. Someone says he would definitely switch from soft to alpha. I can't even believe that I said that out loud. Anyway, we keep going. Then on the other hand, someone says he's a bit stiff, but cutesy. So overall, people thought that he had an attractive image and they would indeed date. However, he didn't make that much noise, so we are going to put him in softs. Pierre Gasly. This one was controversial, to say the least. First of all, the picture that I included with him and his glasses, people cracked up out loud and they said that he's giving the real Pierre, if you know the meme. Someone says that he looks like his jokes would suck, but they would still laugh because look at that face. Otherwise, people say confident, cheeky, charismatic attitude, sexy, and cutie. There was a little bit of a moment about his facial hair. Some people really, really did not like it, and some people really, really, really like it. So do with that what you may. Then the fact that he's French, controversial. Some people loved it, some people did not like it. Overall, I think my favorite comment is that he looks like an entitled rich boy. It annoys me, but it's a smash. If it's a smash, it's a smash. Probably one that I would immediately regret. Oh God. Anyway, with all of this feedback, I think it would be disingenuous to not put him on hearts, at least. We are moving to Danny Rick, and there's no conflict at all. I try to choose pictures to show his multiple charms, his dual visuals. We have the tats pictures and the soft glasses pictures, and we have mustache and no mustache, doing what I gotta do. Let's start soft. Someone says he looks like a nice, funny guy. Someone else says, I can see people going all or nothing for him. To me, he's everything. This statement, however, was wrong because every single person put him on the top. Not necessarily the super top, but like somewhere up there. And there was more than one person that chose him as first. So it's not such an unpopular opinion after all. Someone even said, I don't care the way he looks, he's a smash. When I sent Danny's pictures, someone said that their heart skipped a beat. So someone says they're obsessed with his nose and that it's very, very sexy. And I personally went on a 1.5 minute long rant about everything that I like about him. So I'm also not immune to the charms. We are going to put him on wets. All the way up. Like, not a single complaint. Everyone was excited to see him. Good for Danny. I'm already sad. I already miss him. Liam Lawson. This picture was super popular. Like, streamer Liam, people were buying it. Everyone praised his hair. They were saying it's giving 90s DiCaprio, which I agree. A lot of people did agree that he looks too young, but he's still handsome. Someone says, and I quote, he seems like his photo gallery would be only shirtless pics of him at the gym. I do not know what to say about that. However, Something else that we saw a lot of with Liam is that people were like, we love a man that smiles, we love a man that looks optimistic and happy. But on the other side, on the pictures that he's not smiling, someone says, he looks like he should be on Peaky Blinders and he would pull a knife on me. For all of these reasons and more, we are going to be putting him on softs. I have to be honest, a lot of the younger drivers have a little bit of that handicap. Even though we're mostly interviewing people in their 20s, a lot of people seem to think that a bunch of these guys looked way too young, so I don't know. Well, we are going with a big one, Fernando. It was total chaos and no one could agree on anything. My favorite quote about Alonso is, if he came to me at a festival, beer in hand, I'd take a bite. Nyam. Someone said that they don't know if it's the set of pictures that I chose, but he's giving charisma, he's touching his neck, hands on his hips. You tell them, king. That same person also said, the fourth picture though, that's more casual, like going on a stroll with my boyfriend. Alonso boyfriend era. While praising him, someone said, he's got that thing. He's like normal. Which was high praise for them. Then on the same side of the spectrum, but towards the very end, someone says, top tier sugar daddy would definitely be his sugar baby. If we stay on this like dad pipeline, on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, someone said, I refuse to evaluate him. He's my fucking dad, would not smash. And amongst these younger people that definitely didn't see his attractiveness because he's too old for them, I had to ask, what if you were at a festival and he came to you with a beer in hand? What would you do? And she said, I would call security probably. Anyway, highs and lows, light and shadows. I could not in good faith rank him too low because he truly made some people nervous. So I had to create an entire different category, which is intermediates. The intermediate category exists outside of the rank. It's not at the bottom, it's just out. It's kind of for the black horse, for the man that is maybe not for everyone, but definitely would make a certain type of women sweat. Oh god, that's very sexual. Anyway, you know what I mean. We're moving to Yuki. So for Yuki, everyone was praising his sense of style. Everyone was saying, look at him go. We love the outfits. Someone called him a Honda boy. But then a lot of people were saying he's tiny but cutesy. And a couple people asked if he was an adult, which he is, by the way. Someone says he's about as tall as I was in 5th grade, which, same. Someone else says that he's giving annoying younger brother vibes and that he looks scared in this picture for some reason. So overall, the consensus is he looks too pure to be sexy. However, there was a single person who said, I do find him very sexy. Who says being cute is not sexy? And you know what? Sure. We are, however, going to put him on softs. Sorry. Max Verstappen. Okay. This intense gay speak was a hit. People liked it. People did comment on his sexy jaw. Someone said, and I quote, he looks a bit basic, but at the same time, there's something to him. If he came to me and asked me to follow him, I would go all the way to a dark room, so... Personally, I think we have to give him charisma points for his attitude. I really like how straightforward he is and how he takes no. Then there is this cockiness that comes with success that it's also very sexy to some of the interviewees. And he is aging like fine wine. If you look at the view, Verstappen versus now, that's not the same man. A criticism that we have is that while Ricciardo has multiple charms that you can see, Verstappen is kind of a single note. He's giving consistency in every single picture. I think the best way to wrap this one up is the girls that get it, and the girls that don't. And we are going to be putting Verstappen in mediums. Sounds about right. Lando. There's a lot of commentary on this one. Like, Lando turned out to be one of the most controversial drivers for some reason. I did not expect this dissidence, but here we are. Lando being sexy ended up being a controversial opinion. Let me illustrate. 50% of the people I talked to ranked him first, not even top, just first, directly. And 50% of the people I talked to didn't even put him in the top 10. So that was not helpful for me. For some reason, someone thought he was a minor. We're gonna go through some of the comments here. Someone says, he looks like a bad boy. cheeky, mischievous, confident. And then on the other hand of being a bad boy, there's my husband who says, if Logan looks like he might put something on my drink, Lando looks like he already put something on my drink and he's waiting. Someone else says, he looks like he knows that he's hot and he would be really cocky. Also, that he looks like he's the type to date you for a year and a half and then tell you he's not ready for a serious relationship. My absolute favorite one was someone that has never watched F1 in their lives, and he says he looks like if he wasn't an F1 driver, he would be a rapper. To what I had to say, well, he did DJ on the side, so you're not that far off. Someone said that he's a moderate smash. People complained about the jump scare that was this picture, saying that he looks like a Love Island contestant, and I gotta say, he posted that. But yeah, the sentiment for the Lando detractors is that at the end of the day, he's just a British lad, which objectively he is a British lad. So, but I gotta say, it's important to notice that even amongst the people that did not rank him very high, every single one of them said that if they saw them at the party, they would smash. So we are gonna put him on hearts. He cannot make it to wets, but some people feel very strongly about him, so I could not put him on mediums. Valterri Bottas. First and foremost, they found him a lot of lookalikes, which I thought was hilarious. Someone said that he looks like the dude that sang Europapa. Someone said that with the mullet and the mustache, he looks like he's about to sing YMCA, which I agree. Someone else says that he's giving off Curtis Connor energy. Someone else says that he looks like a foreigner that you would find passed out drunk at the beach in Ibiza. Most controversially, someone says the mustache is giving someone needs to check his hard drive, which if this person knew Bottas in the slightest, they would not think that. Anyway, that was kind of all for mustache Bottas, but Mercedes Bottas, full beard Bottas, total smash for most people. However, others think that he's too goofy, like to the limit goofy, to the point where he looks a little bit like a meme. And someone says he looks too much like a dad. Someone says, very specifically, he looks too country. He looks like he would lose money playing the billiard. Anyway, in good faith, I cannot put Bottas in softs because he's got a look that is so unique. He's showing so much personality. And I actually think that he would have his public. It may not have been the people I talk to, but I know that there is a market for that look. So I am going to put him in intermediate with Alonso. Like Oscar Piastri, this one took me by surprise, to be honest. I was told that I chose really good pictures of him, which was not my intention. I'm trying to give everyone an equal opportunity. Overall, people said really good vibes. He looks like a chill dude, objectively handsome. I've also heard he looks like a golden retriever boyfriend. And someone asked if he's single, which he's not, as far as I know. He was actually someone's only 10. This person says he looks like a European prince who also likes to party. So you would have a lot of fun together and he would treat you right. A little fanfic moment going on. On the other hand though, there's the people that thinks he looks too young. Someone says he looks prepubescent. Definitely too young to be considered sexy, although he is good looking. Then there was the rare opinion that he was a bit plain. And someone even said when he's not smiling, he looks like a villain, which sure. We are gonna put him on mediums. There's a lot of excitement about him, but also he's really not that high in most people's rankings. Charles Leclerc.
Object in the universe. Blah, blah, blah. Proper name, place name, backstory stuff.
I've been out of TikTok for so long, I did not know that meme. Charles actually made me truly think about this study and made me realize maybe beauty and sexiness are actually objective, because the bizarre reaction every single person had when seeing his face needs to be studied. Actually, when talking to one of my interviewees, they said, what is that noise? I did go to watch Longlegs this weekend, so every time I hear a noise, I'm like, square up, Nicolas Cage. Anyways, there's a specific person that I talked to that the second they saw his face sent me a very long, very sexual in nature string of messages reading in like half a second that are definitely not appropriate to share online. But I will show some more demure messages, like 10 out of 10. He definitely looks like a prince. So overall, everyone was losing their tits. But there was also this sentiment that someone perfectly described as very handsome, but I would not swipe him on Tinder. I have an inferiority complex. And someone else says they want to look at him, but from afar. Someone said he looked like a DJ, which I think he completely failed to read the vibe. And then someone put this on the table that I thought was actually super relevant. They said, he emanates sunlight, but he doesn't exactly give me sexy. And someone else was saying, on an objective level, I should place him first, but for some reason, looking at Danny or Lando, I just can't. So overall, the feeling is he may be the most gorgeous person to ever exist, but is he sexy? Anyway, we're gonna be putting him on hearts because the face card alone, it's enough. Franco colapinto. Someone says, he still looks like a teenager, ask me again in a couple years, which, fair. Someone said his name is anti-sexy, which, okay. Then I was accused of choosing bad pictures of him, which is not true. Someone says, either you didn't choose really good pics or he's not too photogenic, because I've seen him on video and he looks really good. So I don't know. On the flip side, people thought he was super charismatic, charming, sincere, funny. Being from Argentina was also a plus. Someone said, he looks just as good as Leclerc, and I like him better because he's handsome in a familiar way. Then proceeded to say, he looks more attainable, which I do not think is a compliment. Anyways, we are gonna place him on mediums because it seems like the fact he's a bit too young is stopping him from going higher, but people are feeling him, so mediums is a good spot. Now we have Carlos, which again, I was accused of choosing Carlos's worst picture ever, to which I disagree. The overall vibe when talking about Carlos was kind of absolutely sexy. Not a single person disagreed with the fact that he's very sexy. Someone said, I could even forgive him for being a rich boy from Madrid. And someone else says, he looks both like an entitled rich dude and an artsy indie boy who plays guitar. They specified by saying, short hair is giving sexy, long hair is giving he's about to engage in mansplaining. Someone else says he looks like a Lacoste model. Beautiful hair, beautiful eyes. And suddenly, for all the youngsters that were complaining that a lot of people look too old for them, suddenly age did not matter anymore for some reason. And this is probably my favorite quote of the entire video. Someone said, the question is, will he be in front of Leclerc or right behind him? During a Grand Prix, I wish he was on the front. But on my list, also on the front. Therefore, we have to put him on wets. K-Mag, Kevin Magnussen. I gotta say, a lot of people is not into blondes. I was fighting for my life. I was on the trenches defending this man. And other than being blonde, which was already a crime enough for some, they thought he looked old. Everyone kept talking about him as if he was about to retire with a pension. Lots of comments were saying, very handsome man, I can really see moms being into him. My oldest interviewee said, I think when he was younger, he probably was very dreamy. To what I had to say, he's literally just a year older than you. You're the same age. Anyways, I think he's a very sexy, handsome man. And I will not tolerate the slander. Someone said, it's giving daddy vibes. To what I said, he is indeed a father, so that is correct. That same person also said, he looks like he would be in control of every situation, and that's very sexy. So overall, we're gonna put him in mediums. I was fighting for you, okay? The Esteban Ocon discourse is giving fan fiction in the strangest way, but I'm here for it. Someone says, he looks like a jock that's kind of an asshole but ends up getting a redemption arc. Someone else says, he looks like he would be my classmate and that I would get really annoyed by him. And someone says, he looks like a Bitcoin bro. And then I put my 2 cents saying that he looks like he beat people when he was in elementary school. And I stand by those words. But other than the characters and many faces of Esteban that people were coming up with, the sentiment was pretty much, he looks like such a friendly dude, smash. Love the smile, smash. But what I have to say to that is, just because someone looks friendly doesn't mean he's a smash. But that was a very unpopular opinion. I think that may just be me. We are gonna put Esti Bestie on softs. Sir Lewis. We're gonna start with the only comment that's not 100% positive, I guess, which is, if this was the start of a race, I would give him pole. But it's very likely that Lando would get him on the first curve, if you know what I mean. Which was a very shocking statement, having into account that it's usually the other way around. He's definitely aging like fine wine. Some of these people had not seen him since the early F1 days, and they said he looked nothing like they remembered. But overall, everyone agreed. Super stylish, incredible presence. He looks like he has something to say with the way he dresses. Face card never declines. My favorite comment right here, I will smash and thank him later. Someone else says, I love his nose ring, his tats, his sweet gaze, his smile, his braids, his soft-spokenness. And someone says, I think he would look great on a Marvel costume. That's going wets. Nico Hulkenberg. Very similar situation than with Kevin. Handsome man, if I was in my mid-30s, I would be looking. That's overall the main sentiment. Someone says, he looks exactly like I'd imagine a German to look like, which is a bit dry. German slender. Someone else says, he's giving Ryan Gosling in the Barbie movie. And I agree, I do think he's giving Ken. And then everyone agreed that he has beautiful eyes. So I am gonna put him on mediums. I think he's too good looking to go any lower than that. Argue with the wall. Lance Stroll, this one was spicy. Amongst F1 fans, no one was rating him, but amongst non-fans, he was popular. Like, very, very popular. Anyway, he was overall controversial. Some people said he had great hair, others did not like the style. Someone thought being a billionaire's hair is a minus, and some other person said they felt like they won the lottery because money is also sexy. Someone said that this entitled rich kid vibe is a buzz killer. Funnily enough, this person does not watch F1. They don't know him. It's just the vibe. And when I told her, she was like, how could I tell just by looking at his face that he was an heir? Do not ask me. And my favorite comment, he looks like Jacob from New Moon. Which, as a girl that used to be Team Jacob, absolutely false. Anyway, I think it's only fair to put him on mediums. Some people loved him, some people did not like him very much. So medium seems about right. Someone strangely said, oh, not another French boy, which is like, he looks so British. Popular comment was that his style was simply not giving what it needed to be giving. And then it's really funny because some people said, and I quote, there's a very unsettling energy about him. But some other people said that he looked like he would be your bestie. So we have the people that thinks he's unsettling, the people that think he's giving bestie, and then there's the people that said he was hot. Specifically, this picture received a giggling and kicking my feet comment. And someone says, he looked really hot when he was not posing, which, what do you mean? Why would you say something like that? We are gonna put him on softs just because this is, again, not a beauty contest. It's a sexiness competition. And last but not least, Alex Albon, who immediately loses points for trying to sell me crypto.
Custom orders on Kraken, it's a lot like dialing in my car for race day. It's personal.
His Blichella era, very controversial. Someone says, when he's blonde, he looks like he will spend every day playing Fortnite. However, someone else said, what a slay, he's just like us. And he was ranked top on boyfriend material out of all the drivers. Great vibes, looks very friendly. I really like this comment that says, he's got a beauty and an aura that feels very cozy. I absolutely agree. I think that's the best way to describe him. However, someone saw this pic and said, Super Smash Bros. 3/4 profile is perfection. That's another comment. And someone said, he's good. He's up there with Alonso. Which I never thought would be a comparison I would live to see. So overall, everyone had him on the top, but no one had him at the very, very top. So it's gonna go on hearts. And that is it. This is the final ranking. Argue with the wall. I do invite discourse on the comments if you feel like fighting or sharing your thoughts. Let's discuss the conclusions of this experiment because I think it's quite interesting. First of all, everyone's top was fairly similar, which leads me to think maybe sexiness is not as subjective as I thought initially. Or maybe I just get along with people that have a similar taste to mine. But I think most importantly, the lesson that I've learned is that to me, style is such a big part of attractiveness that I thought it was going to play a big part. And no one cared. Absolutely no one was talking about their clothes unless it was on a positive level. Like Lewis and Zhou got real comments and definitely like plus points for their style, but no one got negative points for not having a style or wearing simple basic t-shirts. However, something I personally didn't expect is that the most important point for deciding to smash was, does he look like a good person? Turns out that people that are into men care more about whether he looks like a nice fella than literally anything else. If he smiles, smash. If he looks like he can make me laugh, smash. If he's suspicious in any way, immediate pass, no matter how good looking. So yeah, there's that. I don't even know how I feel about all of this. The tire list looks pretty good, if you ask me. Anyways, now that it's done, time to go to sleep. If you want to hang out and chat, the comments are right there. You can subscribe, you can like, you can come next week to see what we're chatting about. And otherwise, good night. That was hard. Actually, before I go, I'm gonna drop my Las Vegas prediction. I think I'm gonna win the F1 Fantasy League in Las Vegas. Yes. Carlos first. That's what I want every single race. But if we cannot have it, my biggest wish is that Max doesn't win immediately. I need this to be a long, excruciating battle to the last race. So please, no winning the championship already. I need him to end at least a little, like 3 points behind Lando, I think I saw online. Other than that, I think Ferrari's gonna slay. And I am very excited to see what Williams is gonna do after absolutely destroying both cars. But I'm cheering for them. I gotta go. It truly is time to go. See you at the races.